Hey guys, it's Heidi. Welcome back to my channel. And yeah, I am in my pajamas and I am at home. Anyway, um, yeah. Oh yeah, it's time to go to sleep. Um, you're not gonna believe this. I've moved yet again. I don't know if there's anybody on this planet that moves around in their own house as much as I do. I'm living here, then I'm living there, then I'm living upstairs, and then I'm downstairs, and then I'm on the side of that. Oh man. And when I was busy moving the furniture, because I was moving everything by myself, I got the tenant upstairs to help me move the fridge because I couldn't get the fridge down the one step and then up into the pantry. That was a little heavy to move on my own. If it was just all on flat surface, I would have managed. But yeah, I couldn't get the fridge down and then up the other step. So I had to ask his help. Um, and when I was moving and stuff, I said, Dear Lord, how many more times am I going to move around in my own house? How many more times am I going to do this? Anyway, he just said one more time. So, yeah, I'm so looking forward to that one more time, but I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon because from moving all the furniture, my muscles are sore. Tonight I had a hot, steamy shower so that I could just try and relax the muscles a little bit. So, yeah. Okay, so I must look that side. Um, yeah, I eventually got a new telephone because my phone wasn't working when I left my friend's house. And yeah, being on the road without a phone, mm-mm, that is never a good idea. So when I got home, the first thing I did was I had a look to see what I could spend. And yeah, I landed up spending the best part of 2,500 rand for telephone and then the charger. I don't know why they don't sell phones with chargers. They used to. Now they've got the charger cable, but they don't have the actual charger itself. Uh, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I was not happy to spend that amount of money, but I had to. So because it looks like doors are opening and people are wanting to know where I am, what I'm doing, and you know what? I think a lot of the time that people actually don't need to know where I am. I'm very careful as to not let people know where I am. They know where I've been because all the videos that I upload, except maybe this one I'll upload in real time. Excuse me, sorry. Um, but all the other videos you'll see me uploading, that's 3-4 weeks out. Um, so I've already been there and I've left the area already. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, they don't need to know. I mean, why do they need to know everything? Anyway, um, I had a very interesting stay with my friend, and I was delayed there for a very good reason. Um, yeah, so I managed to get 4 new tires for my car, which I'm very happy about because I do a lot of traveling and I need good tires. So that was also an expense. That yeah, so that was also one of the reasons why my stay was so long. Anyway, but it was worth it. I saved about 300 or 350 rand on the tires, and I got a very good discount on them. The people there at Palm Tires were fantastic. Um, yeah, I'm not too sure. I think they are all related, these different tire places that's got the same name, the franchise or whatever you want to call it. I think it all belongs to the same family. I'm not too sure. Anyway, that's just what I think. Um, yeah. As I say, people don't need to know everything that I'm doing. Now, I choose to let people know certain things, but there are also certain things I choose to keep to myself. Now, basically, about 80% of what I do, I keep to myself. What my family know, what my friends know, is about 20%. And I like to keep it that way because there's a lot of things happening in my life that, yeah, it's actually got nothing to do with anybody. Um, yeah, but as I say, I think there are doors opening for me in a different area, doing something different. Excuse me, guys. I am tired. I have been up since I think this morning 5 o'clock. But then I went back to sleep. So yeah. Um. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I've kind of moved again. I'm sharing my flat with my brother, so it's actually two flats, which I just needed to move some things, and you just got to put up a drywall, and yeah, in the moment, these cupboards are separating the two flats. So yeah, but as you can see, it is open up top there. Anyway, we'll see what happens there. Okay, but as I say, a lot of people, they're really inquisitive, and yeah, some of them are genuinely concerned. They want to know where I am. Now, I do have two friends that know my whereabouts at any given time. So I'm in contact with them every day. And yeah, they know exactly where I am. Um, and most of the time they know what I'm doing and they also know who I am with. So yeah, I do keep those two friends updated. So if they don't hear from me, then they know something is wrong. It's like if I tell somebody I'm going to be somewhere at a certain time. If I'm not there at that time that if I said I'm going to be there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you can be guaranteed I will be there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And if I'm not there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, then they must know something's wrong if I have not contacted them. Sometimes I'm delayed and then I phone and then I'll say, listen, I am being delayed. I'm going to be late, maybe an hour late or half an hour or 5 minutes. I don't know. But I just think that's a good practice to have, especially when you do a lot of traveling. Um, yeah, now I haven't been doing a lot of traveling lately. Just okay, the last 4 weeks. I was away for 4 weeks. I've been back home now a while, but I was away for 4 weeks. Yeah, and I was in the different suburbs of Cape Town. Um, yeah, I was in. Uh, I call them suburbs of Cape Town. Yeah, I was in Gordons Bay, and I was in Somerset West, and I was in Strand, and I think they're all next to each other. And then, of course, I was in Grabo and Elgin. Yeah. So, yeah. And then I did a few stops in between before coming home. Yeah. But as I say, you know what? You need to have one friend, at least one or two friends, that know exactly where you are at any given time and who you're with. I just think it's good practice. Um, but as far as everybody else is concerned, they don't need to know. Yeah. Anyway, I am tired. I'm sore from moving stuff around. Yesterday I took a break. It was Sunday. Oh. And I decided I wasn't doing anything yesterday. I went to church, had lunch at church. It was the beginning of Passover or something like that. Um, we didn't have the correct meal per se, but yeah, we did have a meal together. And then I went up to, what are you doing? And I went to see someone. And then I came home. Yeah, check this dog out. This dog is in a serious need of a bath. Big pigs, piggy. You can't even see his eyes. Oh man. Yeah. What they done to you, my babe? You gonna fall. Aisha. Anyway. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. I gotta cut it off here because I've had a nice hot steamy shower and time to go sleep. Gotta shift the dog over to the other side of the bed. Yeah. When I get in, he moves over to the other end, foot end of the bed. Anyway. Okay, I've been waffling now for nearly 12 minutes. All right. I'm Ines. Good night, my lots of love. Bye. And welcome to all my subscribers. And thank you for being around and watching the videos. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, um, I really do appreciate you guys. Lots of love. Bye.